top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. And I told you I was coming back. I don't know if y'all looked at my other video yesterday. I wanted to show y'all some things that I went through. Now, not only that, not only that they know that they messed up by falsely accusing me of this crime, right? On top of them falsely accusing me of this crime and put me in jail. They know they done wrong with that. On top of them not taking care of me, giving me my medicine properly, that led to a stroke and my third open heart surgery, which led to a brain surgery too. Half of this is gone, like I be telling y'all. So listen, I said I was gonna bring out these papers today. I got another video I put on that show y'all. I was gonna bring out the video because a guy died in the jail yesterday in Orleans Parish Jail. Somebody died back there. That's sad. And they don't walk around. They don't do their checkups. They don't do none of that. I'm telling you, I go back there too many times. I've been back there too many times and seen them with my own eyes and see how they operate back there. They're so incompetent back there. Like, it's no reason why that man should have died in the cell. However, how he died. And they come out today, but I see what come on the news today, how the man died. But look at this, y'all. Now, this is grievances. I'ma say this is a thick packet. This is a thick packet. This is a thick packet. It's a thick packet, and that's more. That's more. That's more. That's more. And I got some more right here. I got a lot of them, right? I got a lot of them. And this is the ones I'm about to read to y'all. It's a whole nother set I'm about to read to y'all. Let me put these old ones. I mean, not old ones, but let me put the ones I don't need up right now. But let me read to y'all what I got. I'm about to blow your mind. Watch this. Now, I can see why, and I can see how that guy died in Orleans Parish Jail yesterday, or the other day. I can see how, because it happened to me. They was thinking I was lying. I was telling them. Once they found out that I wasn't lying, that I take this medicine, I really need this medicine, and I take this medicine for the rest of my life, and this medicine is real detrimental to my health if I don't take it. See, when they realized that, then they started listening to me. Excuse me. Excuse me, big baby. Now, the doctor, his name was Dr. Wen. He was a Chinese doctor. The man did not be able to speak English. I said that in one of my other videos. He did not know how to speak English. I had to write on a paper to tell him what I was saying and what I was meaning and what I wanted him to, how to help me. I had to show him how to help me because I've been on the medicine for so long, and I got to take it for the rest of my life. So I got the medicine down to a T. I know what I do and how I done changed my whole diet behind this medicine. I don't eat nothing green. Anything that come out the ground, I don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Because it got vitamin K in it. But anyway, so let's break this down. So one day, I was walking to my I told the story once from my other video. Normally people get me because I'm a good dude. Everybody know me back there. So one of the deputy ladies like, man, Mr. Reddick, I don't want none of these bum, dirty dudes, these homeless dudes to be that don't get up in the morning, don't brush their teeth, don't do none of that. I don't need them serving the food. Won't you come serve the food for me, Mr. Reddick? I'm like, nah, I don't like to do it. That'd be too much trouble right there. You niggas, it's too much problem, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't mind it. I'm like, all right, let me get up and do it. So I got up and do it. I started doing it, But the one particular morning, I don't feel like doing it. I told my little partner to do it. So he got up and served the food for me, you know what I'm saying? But he said, Dre, I put your plate on the table if you get up and get your food. I'm like, nah, I ain't eating it. Go ahead, eat it. But something just said, get up and go to the table, get up and drink my coffee, and you get up. And as I get up, I fall to one knee. And when I fall to one knee, I knew something was wrong with me. So I told them, I'm going to sit down in my bed first. When I got up, I Called and I said, go talk to the deputy. I told the deputy, go tell the nurse I need to talk to the nurse. So I tell her, finally get to the nurse finally get to me. So I tell the nurse, look at here, I got this situation going on. I know my body, I know how it is, I know. I need y'all to send me to medical so I can tell medical what's going on. So they send me to medical, I told medical, look at y'all, I need to run my blood. My blood is going to come back and it's going to tell y'all that before this would have happened, it was supposed to tell them before this came off. It was supposed to tell them that Mr. Reddick had an infection in his body that was there that they missed, and I wouldn't have caught this hit. I wouldn't have this. My chest opened up 3 times. I got a half a skull right now. They would have caught that when I told them if they would have took my blood, if they would have sent my blood out like they were supposed to, check my blood and do right, they would have found out that I had the fungus in my body, but they didn't. So maybe 3-4 weeks later, I'm in the hospital for a piece of the fungus went to the front of my brain and a piece of the fungus went to the back of my brain. So my brain had swelled up and I had to cut my skull off my head in order for my brain to stop swelling. I said that 1,000 times in the videos. So listen, this is some of the grievances that I wrote. Now, let me give y'all, I'm reading to y'all. Look at that. Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office, inmates grievance forms. This is the request forms. All of them are request forms that I had to get. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9. Now, let me go over them for you. Let me read them to y'all. Let me read them what they say. That'll blow your mind. Watch this here. Now, I can see why that man had died back there. I can see why. Because they don't answer you. They don't walk around and check the cells. They don't come around on the tier and see if you're okay. Some of them do. But most of them don't. Okay, so bam, it says, I knew Mrs. Parker. Mrs. Parker was the one, that's my people. That's my niece, husband, cousin. If it wasn't for her working in medical, I wouldn't got the little help that I had got. So she was the one writing me back, helping me, let me know, I needed her. So bam, so look what it says. 6/20/21. I was having signs of stroke and I called med staff to come check on me. Nurse Howard came up to see me and brought me down to medical. I knew something was wrong with me, but Nurse Hammond sent me back to the pod, and an hour later I started having the same signs of stroke. So Nurse Hammond brought me back down to medical. So let me stay this time and called the ambulance to come get me and bring me to the hospital. They say I had a small stroke. And I was have two. What I said? I was having 2 strokes, and I was telling the medical staff that something was wrong, and they didn't listen to me. See, now I've been wrote this, and they weren't listening. This is 20. This is the copy of me getting my copy back of when I wrote them. Now that's what I wrote. And this the copy of it. I mean, this the copy. So when I wrote them, I let them know what was wrong with me. I said, Nurse Hammond, I'm feeling bad. I don't feel too good. I need to see the medical. She told me, nah, you all right, playing junk. You know, they be playing, want to be all friendly and friendly vibe and all that. No, I'm not like that. Something is wrong with me. She's like, no, Mr. Reddick, you all right. Come on, go back to your pod. I'm like, no, ma'am. And then when she brought me down to medical and she checked me, she said, I'm all right. Put me through EKG and all that and said, I'm all right. So the deputy, she I don't have no deputy to stay up here with you. And then she said, and then the deputy, he was cool with me, an old school cat. He said, man, I stay up here with Mr. Reddick if Mr. Reddick needs to stay up. I said, yeah, bro, I need to stay up here because I don't feel too good. She said, nah, he all right. She said, I got to go pass out more meds to the rest of the pods. So that's what made the man bring me back to the pod. And when he brought me back to the pod, that's when that happened. That's when I had the massive stroke. So bam, let's get to that. So bam, let's get to some important content. So bam. So now listen. Look at that. When y'all get to that part, y'all read that. I'm about to read it to y'all. Now this is my people. Let me know that they're missing. To whom it may concern, my Coumadin meds today, and hold on. To whom it may concern, I didn't get my Coumadin meds today, and hold on. To whom it may concern, I didn't get my Coumadin meds today, and me missing a day is not good to me having a medical heart valve. It's not good and going to medical tonight. Miss Marshall didn't follow the right protocol to check my INR or look into the matter to see what was my INR levels, and that's incompetent of her. So I'm filing a grievance on the medical staff and her. Somebody dropped the ball, and my lawyer is going to find out. Thank you. Have a good day. Bam. That was me writing to them. Look why I circled that. Right. Look at that. The second part is the top part is me writing, and the circle part is them answering me. The first part is me is me. The middle part is me writing it, and the second part is them answering me. Now look what Miss Parker, the answer me, said. Good afternoon, Mr. Reddick. Thank you for meeting with me this morning to discuss your medical concerns. As per our conversation, your Coumadin was administered late on 10/3. I apologize for any inconvenience once again. The medical staff is committed to ensuring medications are administered in a safe and timely manner. Thank you for verbalizing and understanding of the INR protocol. If you need medical attention, meditation, please notify medical. If there are any other medical concerns or requests, please submit them and we'll address them. Thank you, Nurse Parker. Now, Nurse Parker, that when she came and saw me and she was telling me how they was incompetent up there. She don't work there no more. And that was the one who telling me that it was helping me get my medicine on the cart. So, bam, that's one. I'm not finished with y'all, man. I got so many grievances, man. I got so much grievances. So, bam, here go another one. So this is when I wrote the grievance. Hold on. I got so much stuff, man. So look at this is when I went to saw my lawyer. I tried to tell my lawyer about it. So they tried to put me in the cell. That's how the guy died in the cell. So I wanted to be on an open flat floor on the 4th floor, which they say 4E where I was at. See 4E. You see 4E on here. That's the open flat tier. You know what I'm saying? People like me need to be on an open flat so you can see me. You know what I'm saying? You need to put me in a cell where you can't see me, which I don't mind, but you need to put me in I need to be what, if I need help, I can come knock on one, or somebody come knock on one and say that, this man need help. When you lock a person in a 7-month condition and you don't come check and walk around, a person could die like that. So they try to put me in a cell. So I had to fight for that. Look at that. I had to fight for that. I had to fight for that. When y'all get a chance, stop y'all camera and read that. It says, client does that. To tell my lawyer to get on about that. Client doesn't want to move on. Doesn't want to move now. It's an open flat tier, medical tier, but putting client back on tier with guy he got into a fight with. Client has been on left. Hold on. Client has at least been on at least 7 different tiers. This tier is probably the best of his options. So yeah, bam, I did have to fight, but that's what happened. You up in there, but you know what I'm saying. But that's what happened. But anyway, the point is that I had to be on that open floor. Don't leave me and put me in no cells. You know what I'm saying? When you put me in a cell, you can't check me. See, I had to tell my lawyer to fight for me with that. So bam. So now, man, I'm not finished with you. I got so much. So here got another request that I wrote. So Miss Jones was the worst one. Miss Jones was the worst one. I tell you no lies. Nurse Jones, that worked for me. Man, Nurse Jones, you see this video? Nurse Jones worked for all these parish. Girl, I'm gonna call you out your name. Go on forgive me, love. Man, Nurse Jones, you need to get your stuff together. So look at Nurse Jones. Nurse Jones wrote me back. So I wrote her and I told her, where's that? So Nurse Jones. So look, so bad. I went to court one day. It's a few days. There's a couple of days like this when you go to court. Because you go to court, if you wake up, because they wake up like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to court to 9 o'clock court. So they give my medicine when 9 o'clock court, on 9 o'clock, the 9 o'clock court come around to bring out medicine. I was at court. So instead of them holding your medicine, when you come back to court and give it to you, they don't give it to you. They do what they want back then. So here go one of them times. To Miss Jones, thank you for writing me back, but I went to court and they had no meds for me today, and I've been having chest pain, so I went to the medical medical tonight, and nothing was done, and I'm not supposed to miss a day without my Coumadin. That absurd and incompetent of the medical staff. And Miss Marshall didn't give me, Miss Marshall, that's the one I found to complain on. She's the one who did a lot. But, so Miss Marshall didn't give me the proper attention tonight. She didn't check my Coumadin levels, and I think that's very unprofessional. And I think she should have checked my INR to make sure that I was okay, because I didn't get no Coumadin all day today, and I'm feeling a grievance on her and whoever. That's when I found the grievance, because I didn't get my medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all not give a person, you need Coumadin? Okay, Coumadin. If you look up Coumadin, it's a blood thinner. I take that from my chest. I got my aortic valve replaced 3 times. I got it replaced. It's to keep the blood flowing in and out the valve thin. That's what the blood thinner for. So in order for you take the blood thinner and it keeps the blood flowing perfectly. In Jesus' name, thank you. So you got to have that right. They was messing up all my PT, I know, was fluctuating all kind of ways. It was times I was missing it. And on top of my Coumadin. Now let's go to my other medicine. Hold up. Okay, so bad. One of the times they cut off my medicine. So this was the time that I complained. It was the time that I complained to my to my lawyer, and I was letting them know because you asked me how they if they getting my medicine together. I was like, no, they're not getting it. They're still messing up. So they cut off my medicine before and didn't renew it because diagnosis. The nurse that brought medicine, and she is cool and she is helpful. So she said she's gonna come back. That's when she came back to get my medicine. They did good on that one. But that's not the one I want to read. Well, oh, here you go, Dr. Wynn. Dr. Wynn. Let me tell you, this is the one I tell you about Dr. Wynn, who didn't. You know, I got all these circles and these highlights, these papers, all these papers. After this case is over with, I'm going to use all these papers to fight back to show how incompetent they was until I got to this point because I was in full health before this happened to me. I was a full fit man. I go back there and this happened to me. I was in perfectly health before this happened to me. Thank God. But anyway, I got a lot of stuff, man. It's a subpoena. What is fuck? I'm gonna keep this. No, man, I'm not throw that away on anything. I'm tripping. I'm looking at this. So look what Dr. Wynn said. This Dr. Wynn, I'll show y'all this Dr. Wynn. I'm sorry, y'all. I done saw something else I gotta go look at. So I normally highlight and circle everything I need. So after this case is over with, I'm keeping all this paperwork to go bring back. I've been trying forever since I first got out. When I first got out, I tried to go at them with a civil suit and show them all this that I got to show that it led me to this, and they led me to this, they led to this, and all their incompetency and all this that I showed, and I was telling the lawyers and the people that I was calling on the phone when I was calling them, they were saying, no, we can't take the case. We got to wait for your criminal case to be over with. So I was like, well, I still trying to take them to court for them messing me and my physical ability up. Can I take them to court for that? They were like, no, you're not going to be able to take them to court because you got a criminal case going on. And since you got the criminal case going on, you can't fight the civil case. So I just left it alone. You know what I'm saying? But now it's come to the point to now, it's been like 5 years now, and I think they should do something about this. But anyway, time gonna tell, God is gonna prevail like you always do, but I just wanted to show y'all all the incompetency that they did, me, how I was led to this, and me telling them. I got another paper too, telling them that, hold on, telling them that I was going to I was gonna have a stroke. Okay, so bam, here got another one, and it's a cup. It's a copy. It's a copy. So that's what I just read to y'all. There's another one I want to give to y'all. Oh, bam, here it go right here. This one I told them, stop it and read it. And then y'all won't stop it and read it. This one I told them that I was falling to my knees, and I knew that I was falling to my knees, and I knew that something was wrong with me. And this was the grievance that I filed when I told them that something was wrong with me. And to check me, they never came to check me. I get a chance to stop there and file it, so let me read that to you. It says, about a month ago, I was walking into the day room to get my breakfast tray, and one side got weak and I fell to the ground. So I let my wife know what happened, and she Googled it. It said that I might be having signs of a stroke. So I told two nurses, two deputies, and my primary care doctor, and it took 2 weeks for the doctor to get my blood work on me. And when they did get the blood work, it took 2 more weeks for it to come back. And when it did, my doctor did not tell me she seen any signs of a stroke. And due to their experience, the doctor should have seen something. So 3 days after that, 3 days after, the doctor read my test results, and I caught a stroke. Now you see, that's when I was telling them that it was like, 'cause I fell to one knee, and I was letting them know that I don't feel right. Send me send me to UMC, which is in our parish, Orleans Parish. UMC is like literally not even much, a quarter mile. Our jail is not even much, a quarter mile, if a quarter mile from the hospital. If our jail, if that. If it ain't, probably it's a little bit more, or a little bit less, but about a quarter mile from the jail. So why you can't bring me to this hospital if you know y'all doctors cannot help the person? See, that's their problem. They right down there by the hospital, and you can't bring this man 5, 6 blocks down to the hospital. Come on, man, it's incompetence. So that man died in the jail yesterday, man. In the Orleans Parish Jail. It's sad. I pray for their family, Lord. Bless their family, Lord. I lift their family up in prayer in Jesus' name. Bless their family. So I'm gonna watch the news today, or whenever they come out with the autopsy, and see what it's about. Excuse me, but I say that's wrong. I say that's absurd. But I got a lot of forms. I got a lot of grievances showing. I could go on for hours showing and reading all these grievances showing about them. You know what I'm saying? They messing up. This not no grievance just complaining. This grievance is, matter of fact, hold on. I just read that to you. She apologized to me, saying she's sorry that I missed my medicine. That we having this problem. She said that I missed my medicine. Where is that? That I missed my medicine. She said, sorry, you have to miss your meds. How I missed my meds. And there was times where I missed my medicine. Here you go. I missed a day without my medication. Stop and read that. When y'all get a chance, read that. That circle. You in a coma, then you get blood out a bit then. But man, I just hope that they could just take accountability and stand up for the justice. But they know, on top of all that, they know that they messed up real bad. So they're all in cahoots, and knowing that they messed up bad. They messed up this man, Mr. Reddick. They messed him up physically, and we tried to destroy his life. So they're not laying down easily. They're not. That's why they offered me 6 years house arrest. And I was going to plead guilty to that and say, yeah. They can't. It was 13 years altogether. Yeah, 'cause I did 2 years back there, and they said you do 4 years. 2 years, David did that before. So 2 years, David did it before me, and you're 13 altogether. You do the rest on house. At the house, you're already on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be all right. You try to make it sound good. You're already on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? Man, get your stupid man, get out of here, man. But what I say is, man, if you're going through a situation like this, you stand tall, you hold on, you stand in, you stick in, and you trust in God at all times. Do not fold. Do not fold. Do not fold. And I'm not gonna fold for nothing. Even though I feel like, I feel like I be messed up sometimes, feeling like this. I hate that my whole life changed like this. My whole life. It takes me longer to get dressed. I walk, I trip sometimes. It's a lot. But I know one thing. God got me. I can tell you that much. He gonna never fail me. Especially when you not do something that people say that you do. Like that family dealing with that boy. That family gonna find out what happened to that boy. Watch. You know, 'cause God is a God that sits high and look very low. He look low. So y'all stay strong, stay blessed. Okay. I got so much stuff. I even got stuff from when they sent me to grievances when they were missing my medicine when I was in Elms. Like they messing my medicine out there too, because she sent me to Elms because I told her she can't do me that she breaking she violate my civil rights. She violated my Civil Act of 645 and 646 says I gotta see the doctor in triplets. That means I gotta see 3 doctors in order to be sent to a mental institution. And when I told her she violated my rights in the middle of the courtroom speaking out like that, that just gave her every right to do that. You know what I'm saying? She's so-called safe. So that she sent me to London. So I spazzed out on her. When I did that, she sent me to Elms. And when she sent me to Elms, it was, I caught TB when I was up there the first week. And they sent me right to the doctor. Couldn't even explain, not only to me, and to everybody that worked it there. That's why they really treated me different too, that I'm really thinking about it. He couldn't explain to himself why I was there. Because when I go see him and they give you the regular treatment, they ask you, are you all right today? Do you want to kill yourself? Do you want to do homicide? They ask you normal dumb questions. I said, no, why would I want to do that to myself? Like, why are you asking me these crazy questions? He said, well, I'm the doctor and I got to ask you these questions. I'm sorry. But I know, he said that I'm looking at your chart. I know that, I don't understand why you're here. I'm like, doc, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, the judge did that being spiteful and mean. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why I'm here neither. So every time when I went, every week you got to go up to go see him to get up out of there. And every week when I said the same old thing, you tell me why I'm here. And then the doctor was like, man, get this man up out this hospital because this man ain't crazy. And I'm like, thank you, doc. So, and then when my wife sent the email to her to told her that, y'all violating his rights, y'all can't do him. Like the doctor sent a letter saying get it from up there. The judge said that the doctor ain't sent them an email, which she lied. And she is one of the ones that's one of the 3 judges that's been trying to be removed from the bench. Now, my thing on that is, if you just started working now, 2000, I think it is, you should be, that bench seat should be sitting there for you. People retire on the bench of a judge. So why they don't want you on that bench? Why? Because it's some stuff that you do that's not right. And I know I feel it because you could tell people that's not right. You could tell in your spirit. If you're a spiritual, God-fearing person, you have a spiritual of discernment, I'm going to say, you can feel when people ain't right. And I have a spiritual discernment, and I really do. And I felt one day when they went into that room that they was coming back with a bad decision, and they did. And I was right. And I done sat in her courtroom. I've been in her courtroom for 6 years now. I done seen her do stuff that I've never seen on TV or seen in any other courtroom that she do. And I know with my own eyes that that's wrong. Something ain't sitting right with me with that. That's my judge I got. And now they're about to get her off the bench, And I wanted to be like, but, throw some fire, some fuel on the fire, but I'm going to just let God handle it. I'm going to let God handle it. He going to prevail, and I'm going to be like, I told y'all, because she the 4th judge. The other judges, they were the first judge who got the indictment. She retired. She knew I was coming for her. But she the one that put me back into the jail after they released me from the hospital. And instead of releasing me home on ankle monitor, they put me back into the jail. Instead of going to home with the ankle monitor, they put me back into the jail for like a week and a half. Like 6 days. I was back into the jail. Then my wife go to court. They finally let me go. My wife had to go to court and get on her behind which I told y'all that another story. But I'm 34 minutes in. Let me get it in here. So I just want to tell y'all about that, man. I got a lot of stuff, man. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff that I can read y'all about how that man died in a jail yesterday, and that's horrible. That's horrible. Like, I got a stack of paperwork that's showing the incompetency of their job, of them. Not only that they falsely accusing, of charges that the jail themselves can't can't hold the people and be accountable for the people that they're holding. The medical staff is incompetent. People dying back then. This not it's that this is something that had to be brought out. It's stuff they have it back there that don't hit the news that you see going back there. Because when you live it back there, like a whole nother world that don't come to the news. Somebody got stabbed the day before. Last week, somebody got stabbed back there. But anyway, I'm going to keep going on and on about that disgusting, incompetent jail of Orleans Parish. But, like, comment, subscribe, man. Words of faith in Christ. Follow the channel, man. I got more for y'all. I'm telling y'all, just pay attention. Pay attention. That's all I tell you, pay attention. Stay tuned. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Be blessed out there, you. I'm gonna put me some clothes on. Poop, shave, and shower. I had to get that out today because I said I was gonna sit down and do this morning. I've been prolonging with it, but once I saw that, when I saw that, I wanted to tell the story. When I saw that on the news, but I've been prolonging. But I said, let me do it this morning. Because yesterday I wanted to do it. Because this is like ridiculous. Somebody needs to go to Orleans Parish Jail and be an ambassador for us, man, because there's so much stuff that happens in that jail was ridiculous. It's sad, especially when it comes to our physical health. Our physical health matters. When you're on medication like me and strong stuff like me, you need to get our medicine properly. I'm done. Okay, so man, let me go because I'm going on and on. Y'all have a blessed day. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. Warrior of faith in Christ.